Starting up. Do 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 boop ba doo do 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 boop boo. Do ba doo. Ah, we're live. Okay, cool. What's going on, Grilla Fam? Dom and Mark here.
How we doing? So, we're getting somewhere. For those who have been noticing that we have a new studio, slash man cave maybe a little bit.
Yeah, we're getting there, and that's the kind of stuff that I want to show off, but I can't right now. We have to wait.
But we got your traditional man cave stuff because we got shelves with nothing on them. So we need some ideas for those who are just tuning in. What do we put on these shelves, man? And I don't want trolls and yard gnomes. We're not putting those on there.
Yeah.
But
No pink flamingos or anything like that?
yeah, probably not.
Okay.
So, all joking aside, we do have an awesome studio, guys, that we're building. We gave a sneak peek to a few of the customers that have stopped in. We really want to step up our game with our video production. I've been out of the videos for a while, and I do apologize. It's been insanely busy around here. I'm trying to manage the construction going on here. Been on the phone more than I expected to be, including our IT manager. He's been on the phone just trying to help customers. So everybody's pitching in just to make sure we get our customers. Unfortunately, the Facebook Lives fall second to the customers, and Dom has done a great job filling in. But it's been super exciting this year, guys, and man, thanks for all the support. I know I say it all the time, and I kind of feel a little cliche. Oh yeah, everything's great. It really is insane, and it's super exciting to have this. What you'll be able to see behind the screen here, probably in the next couple of weeks. What we got going on outside in the next couple of weeks, and it's going to be a great environment to shoot, to take customers in here, show you what's going on, how these grills can be set up, and how they can be used in your own backyard. So it's going to be a fantastic, and in about a month we should be completely done and be able to showcase the whole deal. But right now it just looks like a bachelor pad. We got some shelves.
We're getting there. Got a nice kitchen installed on the other side. Haven't really shown that off too much yet. We're getting there.
We got a nice kitchen. We got a 20-foot commercial hood that if we cranked it all the way up, it'd probably suck the hat off Dom's head. But it's fantastic. We can shoot videos in here with obviously the grill's running, which plays dividends with the weather, random weather we get. So
yeah, and I mean, when we used to kick the Kong up in here, if you kicked more than one or two grills on at a time, you started to see that smoke start to build up in here.
It wasn't a bad thing because people actually like to smell.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of a little bit of trade-off. Like, okay, now it's getting a little much in here. Everybody leaves like smelling bacon,
Yeah, exactly.
Which we enjoy, but not everybody does.
Exactly. It's just nice to be able to, just push things a little bit further. And Mark, you talked about how you haven't been on the videos too much lately, but there is a good side to Mark not being on the videos, because the less time he's spending on these videos, the more time he's spending on cool stuff that he actually gets to release to all you guys.
For sure. And Alex and I we got some new products that we're continually working on, and we've hired almost, I think, 4 people just in the customer service area in the last probably month. We've seen massive growth there that's directly related to the sales. So I've had to pitch in on the phones, which is fine. I still love doing that, but Alex and I have some awesome ideas for the fall, so we're going to get designing those. He's working on one right now that I'm really excited for. It's actually being formed at the Laser Center as we speak, so that'd be cool. But again, these are stuff for the future, guys. We do have some new stuff coming next week. Arrives tomorrow, so we're going to go through, make sure everything's legit with it. I will tell you, the Kong cart, I said, was pretty high up there on my favorite. I do think this one might actually be my favorite accessory for a grill yet.
Okay.
I don't know. Everybody likes it. I think
I've played with it. I know it's awesome, so I can't really weigh in too much. But I mean, it's. Yeah. I think you guys are going to be really surprised about what you end up with.
Yeah, it's a great accessory that. All right, Grilla people, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's for the Silverbac. So all you Grilla lovers out there, I hear you. I know I got to give some love to the Grilla. I understand it. That thing is a little bit of a challenge. When I designed it back in 2009, being round is cool, but it does not make it conducive to add stuff to it. But this accessory will be for the Silverbac, but it will also be for other brands of grills as well, and that's about all I can tell you. But the few people that have came in, I'm not gonna lie, I sneaked a couple people back here and I showed them. They're like, all right, well, I'll be back, let me know when it's ready. So you're gonna enjoy this accessory, and I know I got a few people that have them and been trying them out and already have some pictures lined up. So
yeah,
once it's on, it's on. And tentatively the plan is next week, get through the holidays, make sure the inventory looks good, make sure the quality's where we want it, and launch it appropriately.
Yeah. On top of the launch, the insane front shelf. It just. I'm flustered right now because I didn't expect it to go over like this.
Yeah, that was a little caught us by surprise. We actually literally ran out, so we're shutting it down.
Yeah, about 20 minutes ago, we ran out of our last one. We made 200 of those front shelves, and they were gone within 4 days.
Yeah, so we made some more and put them in there, trying to keep it for you guys. So we kept putting them in there, and like, okay, now we're literally have to shut it down. I'm working with our supplier to get some more made. Give you guys feedback. If you guys are still interested in these things, just comment below, man, because it was kind of just for the 4th of July thing, but the amount of feedback and the number of sales that came through it, we're considering making it a regular product. And I've already talked to my supplier down the road. They already took my truck and brought a bunch more down there to make sure we can fill the orders that have been placed. But if you guys still like the idea as being a constant product, I think we might do that because we had such good feedback on it.
Yeah, and on that same topic, guys, if you want to see a certain kind of front shelf, you know, if there's an idea you have for a holiday down the road or anything like that, feel free, shoot us those ideas. We're always open to them, always looking for the kind of stuff that you guys want. This one, it seemed like it was just a stroke of luck where we hit the exact thing that you guys wanted, but in the future, let us know what you want to see. And that goes for other things as well, you know, not just those front shelves, but we've been seeing a lot of wraps lately. People are putting vinyl wraps on their grill, and those are really cool. So we've actually started batting that idea around a little bit too. So, you know, if you guys want to see stuff like that, shoot it our way. We always love, you know, helping you guys find ways to customize the grills to make them your grill, not just, you know, the grill.
That's what makes it fun. We feel we got one of the best chassis out there. When you talk of the engine on these things, the way they run, the build quality. So now we're not, our goal isn't always hey, let's make another grill. Let's make another grill. Let's keep improving on the one we got here. That's why the Silverbac really hasn't changed from the basic design. All we did is made small improvements after listening to the customers over the years. They wanted stainless, we brought stainless. They wanted a pellet dump, we brought a pellet dump. They wanted PID, we brought them PID. They wanted Wi-Fi. Yes, Wi-Fi is coming. So we didn't change the grill every time. And this is why you get durability and better performance, because every time you change something, it's like they say, never buy the first year of a new car, right? It's because they change everything. But once you finally get it worked out, then say, okay, now it's for a new model. Well, in our case, we just want to keep the same ones and just make sure as many of the bugs are worked out as we can. And then, of course, throw some cool stuff on them. But for you guys that are wondering, I do actually have the app for the Wi-Fi on my phone. It's a super preliminary prototype. Alex and I have been playing with it. It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'll speak just a little bit on it. To start with, it will be probably a Christmas time frame. You think, wow, you already have it? There's a lot that goes into these things, guys.
So much testing.
I have to leave here in the next 15 minutes for another meeting with them. Alex and I are spending two times a week we're meeting with a company and developing this. And I've told them from day one, it just has to work. I'm horrified if it doesn't work. I've seen many companies that it doesn't work. So for us, that's all I've been pounding there. It needs to be simple, needs to be functional, and needs to work. All the cool stuff, that can happen, but this is priority. And it's a very simplistic app. I got a couple features that we added in there. I think a lot of people are going to be like, why didn't anybody else think of this? And they're stupid easy things. But I'm super excited about it. Customer service is going to be super excited about some of the stuff we built into it because we want to make it a user-friendly. It's just going to have a lot of information in it when a customer has that phone in their hand.
You almost talked a little bit too much there. I heard that.
I got a little close.
Yeah, but guys, we are actually in the middle of testing that. Mark's spending so much time on it. I cannot tell you how excited I am to just actually be able to start showing you guys exactly what we're seeing, because it's some cool stuff, and the same philosophy goes for that board as it goes for all our grills. If we're going to put something out, we're making sure that if we put our names on it, it's going to be the thing that will work. It's not going to be just some flash in the pan, hey, let's try and trick you into getting something. It's something that you guys are going to get use out of.
And you won't see a gadget-heavy app either.
No.
It's not going to have a million different things, because you all know I always say it, kids, keep it simple, stupid. And in following all the message boards like I generally do, everybody has a cool app. At the end of the day, you do a few things with it, and that's where you spend your time. And during the beta testing that we're doing, you can do different features where you can watch what people are using, and then Matter of fact, the developers, they did an app for this large appliance company, and this app had all kinds of stuff on it. After running it for 2 months, they found out that 95% of the features were never used. But they built all that time, all that confusion. So that's exactly what I wanted to hear from them, because I'm like, we just want the basics to work, man.
Exactly. Fred, yes, it will be retrofittable.
Yes.
Fred Goldenberg just asked us,
Fred.
hey, can you actually hook it up to the old grills? You buy one now. If you bought one 3 years ago, the new control board is going to work in your grill.
Fred in Traverse City, man. How you doing, Fred? I remember. I
knew Fred?
I remember Fred. I remember Fred. As far as some of the other stuff we're going through, I mean, we talked about the shelves just flew up, literally off the shelves.
Yeah.
That wasn't intentional, by the way.
I'm sure it wasn't.
We are out of the Kong diffusers, as everybody knows, and so I know some people are getting frustrated with that. All I can tell you guys is we had no idea how fast things blew up. With all the pandemic going on, we did not expect for our business to just catapult. Caught us by surprise. The Kongs have really taken off. The Kamado cart, that's going to be a slow burn. Once that Kamado cart gets out there, guys, share those videos too, man. That really helps, because the Kamado cart isn't just for our grills, it's for all the grills. And I think once people realize, hey, I can put that on a green egg in there, that thing's going to take off. But we've seen this massive spike, and we just flat ran out of the diffusers for them. They're going to be in here shortly. And to be honest with you, there's a few select grills that we're actually a little nervous we might run out of grills. So if you're on the fence, this isn't a intentional buying frenzy type ad I'm trying to do to you, but I'm just being honest, and we did not expect the spike that we had, and it's been fantastic. I had a guy come in last week, in with a buddy of his. He goes, here, Mark, here's number 13 for you. 13 grills that guy sold. So the word of mouth is it's crazy. So thank you guys for all that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that just goes back to the entire summer, really.
Oh,
I mean, going into the pandemic, you know, all of us were looking at this like we have no idea what we're walking into. And it wasn't just us here, it was you guys at home as well. Nobody really knew what was going to happen. And over the summer, we have just been blown away every single day about not just the support that people have shown to local businesses, small businesses, but the support you guys are showing to each other. I mean, it's incredible. Every single time I go on that Grilla page, I swear I'm seeing another post about, hey man, this is what you should do, or this is how you can get better, or hey, you know what, this is another thing that you can take, and oh, I took this food and I served it to the people at my church that I can't see. It's just, we love the fact that you guys are a true community. We love the fact that you guys let us be a part of that. And just the fact that we all came together during this time instead of splitting up and kind of taking ourselves into our own islands and really focusing on our own lives. It's just fantastic that we've seen the complete opposite of that.
Yeah. Kind of going along with the community thing, we're just finished up an interview for another potential position here, and from like a marketing style position. And he mentioned that, you know, features are great, but people really like stories, and they want to know more about the company and how it came across. And that's one thing I think, I love the features of our grills, but I love our story, being a family-owned business. We've been bending steel for years. We're competing against all the big box stores and rocking it out, and it's because of our customers. So, yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. So today you're making some food, right?
Yeah, we got some apple pie. We're doing the all-American apple pie, all-American recipes this week.
Are you doing? Did I see? Was it pie? Did I see graham on that thing?
Yeah. So I'm a little bit of a child, and if I go for a pie, no matter what pie it is, I don't care. It's a graham cracker crust.
All right. I didn't know if you're trying to be funny. I looked at it, like, serious. It says graham on it.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, you're gonna throw some pie on my face?
Yeah, Mark pie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait for you to walk away, and then when you're least expecting it.
I'll finish my my video conference with Wi-Fi and come out here and see what's going on. But I do appreciate you doing all the cooking. So it's not as easy as you may think. Dom is prepping all this food, cooking all the food, cleaning up after himself, trying to get all the marketing materials for Texas that we're trying to push. And so he's been doing a lot of work, guys, getting all these videos and all this food preparation. And so I appreciate Dom doing that. And speaking of Texas, by the way, Jeremy just hit his second month of being open. And with the whole shutdown going on right now, he smoked it down there in sales on his only second month open. If you haven't been down there, man, check it out. I am dying to go down there, man. I really want to get down there and hang out with him, but we just don't want to. We don't want to do a big open house and have a bunch of people come around. We know we got to be sensitive to that. So I'm I'm gonna hold off until it's right for the company and right for the public. But you know what? Jeremy's doing a great job down there already, and he's killing it in sales. So
Absolutely.
we know that store is gonna just blow the socks out of this store, which is a little scary, quite frankly, because we had, I don't know how many people we had the other day, and there was cars lined up outside. It was a little borderline. I was about lost it because I was like, I don't like people waiting, and I don't like it. Of course, everybody was being super helpful, but it was fun.
Yeah, I mean, the whole summer has been fun. I mean, every day I come into work and I see something new in the back here, or I come in and I see a new person here. It's just, Grilla Grill started, at least for me, it started as this really cool, close-knit group of people, and it's just slowly continued to build over the time I've been here. And it's just so fantastic seeing that build every single day. You almost get lost in all the new stuff that's happening, at least being ingrained in it like I am. But you know, you take a step back on the weekend and you sit down with a beverage and think about it, and you realize, wow, this is really cool, man. We're doing some awesome stuff. We're lucky.
We're lucky, blessed. All those are words that we use all the time. The side of me feels bad because I know a lot of businesses are just getting destroyed right now. The fact that we're doing the opposite, you know, there's a little bit of guilt in it, but the opportunity for me to hire 4 people just here recently is it's a blessing that we can hire more people and we can grow a business, and you know, obviously we make a good grill with people. I got about 10 more minutes and I got to jump on this meeting. If you guys got any questions for me, and again, I apologize, I haven't been on a lot of videos lately. I do plan, once things stabilize here, which I don't know if they will, but I do plan on doing more with Dom and trying to do some more Q&As. It's just been a zoo around here. So if anybody's got any quick questions for me, hey man, feel free to ask them, guys. I'll tell you as much as I know and much as I can. Basically, the big next thing is launch next week on the Silverbac accessory. That's the next big thing for us, and that's probably the one I'm most excited for, and that'll be big in June.
Yeah. Hey, Jonathan from Texas, thank you so much for heading out down to see Jeremy a few times. Guy said that Jeremy's awesome to work with, and he's been helping out his wife order a Kong that they just got yesterday. So it just little things like that, little reviews, little Facebook comments, guys. Please keep sending those. Give us that feedback. We got to know if we're doing the things right by you guys, and all of those reviews, they do really help. They let us know what we need to do, and they let other people know that
100%.
We can tell people until our faces turn blue how much we love the grills, how much we love being here. But coming from you guys, it is 10,000 times more effective just because you are not on the payroll.
And the other thing you guys have probably noticed, some of the stuff we're doing, we're kind of getting into more of the outdoor stuff, you know. We're not launching more and more grills in your face just to add more grills. We feel we got a heck of a lineup with a portable chimp. Silverbac, the size of that thing is perfect. The Grilla behind me, I do have to give a shout out to that thing. I know it doesn't have a lot of accessories, I get that, guys, but when you're cooking here the other day, that thing is just a smoking beast.
It rocks.
I honestly don't have the answer why that thing smokes so good. Everybody's always told me that from day one, but that thing is just, it smokes more than any of these other grills, and I honestly don't know why, but it does.
I always forget that, you know, it works as well as it does, because, you know, everybody sits on the Silverbac, and it's like,
right.
This is the one that you go to, it's the one you get.
It's most familiar. It's a barrel shaped with a smokestack.
Exactly.
Like, what is this crazy thing? But it's a beast, by the way.
Exactly.
So
you turn it on
shove
after
enough.
a couple weeks of using the Silverbac, and it's like a whole new grill. You forgot the ability that it
I
has.
thought, you just started up, and I'm like, no, it's been running for a while. So the poor thing doesn't get enough love, and that's our fault. And but anyway, I got to throw some back at it.
Yeah. Oh, Cliff just said, look at the shine on Mark's head. So he must think that you're at least clean today.
It's a little hot in here, I'm not going to lie. In Michigan right now, this is ridiculous, by the way. I was jealous of Jeremy being in Texas about a month ago when he was sitting there. 90 degrees here in Holland, Michigan, which is almost never. And now they're calling for that for 10 days. So I got a little high pro glow going on top of my head, evidently. Sorry. I'm not putting that hat on that you got over there either.
All right. Well, guys, I think we got to get Mark out of here. We only have a couple more minutes before you got to jump on that Wi-Fi call. When he jumps out of here, we're going to dive right on into that recipe, though.
Cool.
Just go straight into it. Mind talking to him for a second while I go grab something, and I'll be right back?
You bet. Let's see if we've
cool.
got any other questions popping up. Hey, Steven, down in, I was going there. Let's see, any plans to move some new chimp accessories? That could be happening. I do try to tell you as much as I can, but I can't say too much on, obviously, from the design aspects, but the chimp is going to be getting some love. It's definitely We got some plans for that. The Silverbac obviously is getting some love here shortly. We gave the Kong the Kamado cart, and we actually have something probably in about 4 weeks, and another accessory for the Kong as well. So we are doing our best to bring things to these grills. As I mentioned, we got a solid lineup, and we're going to keep adding things to them. But he's bringing out the food. That's my call to get out of here. I got 5 minutes. I got to run to this meeting. But thanks again, guys, for all the support. I mean, seriously, it's been incredible, and it's been a fun ride. And just comment if you guys got questions. After my meeting, I'll run through the comments, and we'll try to answer any questions you guys have. But other than that, have at it, buddy.
Right on. Thanks,
Cool.
Mark.
See you guys.
All right, guys, we are going to run through this one super fast. Easiest recipe that you're ever going to see for an apple pie. All-American apple pie here. We got a little bit of dough. Obviously, you got to get the top pie crust for that guy. And underneath the table, we got our bottom crust and our seasonings. Right on. So with this guy today, we're going to be super simple. I like to go with a Fuji apple when I do an apple pie, simply because it's got a little bit more sweet to it than tart. But you know what? If that's not your thing, no matter. If you like that tart taste, you like that old-fashioned apple pie flavor, then you're going to want to go for a Granny Smith apple or something similar to that, because those are going to give you that real tart taste. But today, like I said, Fuji apples for us, and we actually got all our seasonings lined up already. Tried to get this as quick as possible so that we could dive on in here. Apparently we got a glove that doesn't want to play along, so let's just skip on that guy. Awesome. So as Mark said, we got our graham cracker crust. We're going to fill this with our apples, but before we can fill it up, we got to add a little bit of seasonings to this. Now, what we have here, this is going to be your flour. This is going to be your cinnamon and a little bit of salt as well. You're looking at about 2 tablespoons of flour here. We've got about a tablespoon of cinnamon, and then we've got 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Just going to douse that right all over. There you go. And then up next, we've got our sugar. This is 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Just going to dump that right on top of everything else. And like I said, we already got our apples chopped up in here. I like to do my apples a little bit smaller than most people do, but you know, if you're feeling it, if you like those big old apples in your pie, kind of like that rustic, older flavor, go for that as well. Not going to hurt you. To keep those apples from browning on you, you know, if you've got, if it's going to take you a little bit longer to get it in the oven, add a little bit of lemon juice or a little bit of apple cider vinegar. We're really talking just a splash here, a few drops on everything. That's going to keep those apples from browning up on you, and it's going to add a little bit of extra flavor as well. So what you want is you basically just want to have a little powder coating over every apple that you got. Try and get it to clump up around there as much as you can. As we can see here, ooh, super easy. Go ahead and fill up our graham cracker crust. There we go. Awesome. And I used 6 apples here, 6 about medium-sized apples. That'll be the rough number that you're going to want to go for. Our grill today, we've got it kicking right around 350. You're more than welcome to go lower than that, though. If you want to cook it around 200, 250, you know, that's fine. All you got to know is that you are cooking this to an internal temperature of 200. And if you're cooking it low and slow, you're going to have to whip that temperature up towards the end to make sure that that crust solidifies and gets real crunchy. Nobody wants a soft, little moist crust on top of their pie. All right, as you can see, making some progress here, losing an apple. It's okay. I'll eat that in just a moment. Last thing here before we put that top bit on, we got to get rid of our butter. I took 1 stick of butter, has to be a cold stick of butter, and I chopped that up into little slices, not even a 1/4 inch thick on these. Just take that stick and put it throughout those apples. Lift them up, get it under there, try and spread it out as much as you can. This is going to give you that delicious, almost caramely flavor when you get into your pie after it's all cooked. All those flavors are going to mix together, and it's just going to be one incredible mouthful. And then finally, of course, we got our top layer of dough. Easy enough. Just get that guy to go right around the edge. Some people like to go, fancy, crimp the edges. Honestly, I like to get my pie in and out as fast as possible, so I'm not doing anything fancy. I want to be able to eat this thing right now. And apparently, that extra 5 seconds it's going to take me to make that crust look pretty is just too much time for me. All right, got this nearly all set. Just going to score that with my fingernail because I forgot my knife. 1, 2, and a little third one. Boop. Super easy on the crust, super easy on the pie. As you saw, only about 5 ingredients. Gonna toss it on into our Grilla. Like I said, right around 350 degrees right now. And we're gonna let that rock for 45 minutes to an hour. And once that's done, we're gonna come back and eat some awesome pie. If you guys wanna see what this is gonna look like when we are completely finished, just check the Facebook later. I'll be uploading a couple pictures and maybe a little clip of the finished product. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Me and Mark had a great time talking to y'all. I really appreciate all the feedback you guys are giving us and how much you guys have been supporting us through this summer. Please continue to tune in. Tomorrow we're doing deep dish Chicago pizza and we're smoking it on our grill. It's gonna be awesome. I think you guys are gonna want to tune into that one because who doesn't want to know how to cook deep dish pizza at home? Thanks so much. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a great day, everybody.